1990 US $quarter coin. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're diving into a rumor that has caused many a coin jar to be emptied. The idea that your ordinary-looking 1990 US $quarter coin could be worth a fortune. We're talking millions of dollars. You've probably stumbled upon headlines, seen social media posts, or even heard a friend claim they found the rare 1990 quarter. Can a coin that was minted in the hundreds of millions truly hide a secret path to wealth? Well, buckle up, because we're about to explore the truth behind this alluring rumor. We'll find out why this particular quarter is not likely to be your lottery ticket, what actual rare quarters look like, and how easily misinformation can spread in the world of numismatics. Let's separate fact from fantasy. First, let's get acquainted with our star, the 1990 Washington quarter. It features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the classic bald eagle clutching arrows and olive branches on the reverse. This design has been a staple of the quarter since 1932. Now, for the cold, hard facts. In 1990, the U.S. Mint produced an astonishing number of quarters. Philadelphia Mint, P 570,968,000 quarters. Denver Mint, D 630,966,693 quarters. San Francisco Mint, S proofs, 2,867,787 quarters. That's a grand total of over 1.2 billion quarters minted in 1990 for circulation. When you have that many coins of a particular year, they are, by definition, extremely common. So, if you pull a regular 1990 P or D quarter out of your change, its value is, well, 25 cents. Even in absolutely pristine, uncirculated condition, its value is typically less than $1. The 1990 S-proof quarters, sold in special sets to collectors, might fetch a few dollars, but certainly not enough to buy you a new car, let alone millions. So, where does this millions rumor come from? Like many coin myths, it stems from a fundamental misunderstanding of what truly makes a coin valuable: extreme rarity, significant error, or unique historical context. When we talk about million-dollar quarters in the US, we are talking about coins that are in an entirely different league. These are often from much earlier periods or possess very specific, verifiable errors. For example, the 1932D and 1932S Washington quarters. These are the key dates for the Washington quarter series. They were the very first Washington quarters minted, and their production was incredibly low. The 1932D had a mintage of only 436,800, and the 1932S had an even lower 408,000. These are genuine rarities, with top-grade examples selling for thousands of dollars, and in some exceptional cases, potentially tens of thousands. 1932D/S quarters, thousands to tens of thousands. Pre-1964 silver quarters. Any quarter minted before 1964 contains 90% silver. Their value is tied directly to the fluctuating price of silver, making them worth significantly more than 25 cents, usually several dollars each, even in worn condition. While not millions, they're always a good find. Pre-1964 quarters, melt value, 90% silver. Specific state quarter errors, e.g., 2004D Wisconsin. Extra leaf. While not reaching millions, some modern quarters do have recognized minting errors that make them valuable. The 2004D Wisconsin state quarter is famous for its extra leaf varieties, high or low leaf errors near the corn stalk, which can be worth hundreds of dollars for top examples. Similarly, some 2005P Minnesota quarters have extra tree, double-dyed varieties. These are specific and verifiable errors, not just random anomalies. You see the common thread here? These coins are not found in your typical spare change unless you're incredibly lucky, and even then, their value comes from very specific, documented features. They are either ancient, from extremely low mintage years, or possess recognized, significant errors. So, how did the 1990 quarter get dragged into this million-dollar narrative? It's often a case of mistaken identity, sensationalism, and a fundamental misunderstanding of what constitutes a genuine error coin. Confusion with other years/errors. The most likely source of this persistent myth is confusion with other years or denominations that do have known, genuine errors. People might misremember the specific year of a valuable error coin, or confuse a rare dime error with a quarter, or simply get caught up in the general excitement of valuable error coins without understanding the specifics. Misinterpretation of proof versus circulation coins. As mentioned, the 1990s quarters were proof coins struck for collectors. While these are worth more than regular circulation quarters, they were produced in the millions themselves, not the handful that would lead to million-dollar prices. The general public often doesn't distinguish between proofs and regular circulation coins. Exaggerated error claims and scams. While genuine minting errors can make a coin valuable, these are usually quite obvious and occur across many years of coinage. There are no known, widely recognized, and consistently high-value errors specific to the 1990 P or D circulation quarters that would elevate their value into the millions. Any claims of such errors you see online for the 1990 quarter are highly likely to be vastly exaggerated, misidentified, or, unfortunately, outright scams trying to capitalize on misinformation. The truth is, the 1990 quarter, P or D, is a very common coin. Its mintage figures confirm it. Unless you discover a truly unique, unprecedented, and verifiable minting error that has somehow escaped the attention of every numismatic expert for decades, your 1990 quarter is, unfortunately, worth exactly 25 cents. So, if the 1990 quarter isn't your golden ticket, what should you be looking for in your change? Or if you're seriously getting into coin collecting? The principles for finding truly valuable coins are consistent. Low mintage figures. This is crucial. Coins with very low production numbers for circulation are inherently rarer. The lower the mintage, the higher the potential value. Genuine minting errors, mules and striking errors look for clear, unmistakable errors from the minting process. Mules, a coin struck with dies not intended to be paired together, e.g., a quarter struck on a dime planchet. These are incredibly rare and highly valuable. Striking errors, off-center strikes, part of the design missing, doubled dies, visible doubling of letters/numbers, or planchet errors, coins struck on the wrong metal blank. These must be significant and verifiable. Key dates and varieties. Certain years and mint marks are known to be rarer or have specific, sought-after varieties, like the 1932 D/S quarters or the 2004 Wisconsin extra leaf. Exceptional condition, proof and uncirculated. Even a relatively common coin can fetch a premium if it's in absolutely flawless mint state. Brilliant uncirculated or proof condition, especially for older coins that rarely survive in such quality. Historical significance. Coins tied to major historical events or unique circumstances, even if not an error, can become highly collectible. Always cross-reference any suspicious findings with reputable numismatic sources, official mint websites, and established auction house records. Be very wary of sensational claims on social media or unverified online listings without concrete, expert-backed evidence. So, while your 1990 US quarter is almost certainly not going to make you a millionaire, don't dismiss the humble quarter entirely. Collecting coins is a fantastic hobby. Each coin tells a story, a small, tangible piece of a nation's history in your hand. And who knows, maybe one day you will stumble upon a genuine rarity, not necessarily a multi-million-dollar quarter, but perhaps a valuable error, a scarce proof, or an older silver piece that connects you directly to the past. The real treasure is often the thrill of the discovery and the joy of the hunt, even if it's just finding a well-preserved piece of your own history. So, go forth, check your change, and remember, while the 1990 quarter might not buy you a mansion, it's still a neat piece of American currency from over 30 years ago. Thanks for watching.